Hey everybody, again Mother Amanda, back for a part 6 in Trans Women versus Women series. Hopefully there'll be some new information and stuff in here that's been happening for a while, so it's not really new. Hopefully it's new to my channel. And things that are going on, just wow. That's all I can say is wow. And it's like, is this really happening? And yes, it's really happening. The unfortunate thing is there's a lot of men who have been convicted of SA and SC, sex assault and sex crimes against women and children, and it's just disgusting. It really is. It's just how I just can't fathom doing that being done, even though it is. And what's really sick is they'll get convicted and they'll go to jail. These men who have never identified as trans or said that they were trans. Now that they're in a man's jail, they're identifying as trans, a trans woman, and getting sent to women's jails and prisons. And judges and the system and the law enforcement and freaking jails and prisons are allowing this to happen. Men who say they are trans and are not trans to go to jail in a women's jail or prison. What has happened is when these men identifying as trans women who are not trans women are sexually assaulting and raping women, and women have gotten pregnant from this. Women in the jails and prisons are complaining these men need to leave, and they're right. They do. They need to leave. They don't need to be there. They have no business being there. None whatsoever. How is it anybody in their right mind is going to put a convicted rapist of women or children and or both into a women's jail and prison where they have easy access to raping women more? Are you people really that sick to let them go there in the first place? There's something wrong here with this picture. It's not right. And as far as I'm concerned and believe, you're just as guilty as they are because you're allowing them to go to women's prisons and jails, knowing they've been convicted of raping women and children. And they're not trans. Are not trans. Period. End of story. If anybody wants to have a discussion on it, we can go live and discuss it. And if you want to put comments in here, please do. It would be appreciated. And I will read them and try to respond to them one way or another. Maybe with a like, a heart like. I hope if it's, and if not, I'll respond. Just let's be courteous and act like mature adults if we don't agree on something. Okay, that's all I ask. And we really have a discussion. Because these men going to be convicted of SA and SC, which I define what they are, whether it be a woman or a child, and then identifying as trans when they go to jail. Are you sick and out of your mind? by putting them in a women's facility. There's this thing called in jails and prisons called sectioning off a section of the jail or prison for these people. We know what happens in jails and prisons to these people when they go there. Oh. We know what happens. I had to take care of the dog. I'm sorry. Max, go. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. This is disgusting. And it's ruined, and it's having an effect on us who are really trans, doing the things that we need to do to fit in as women when we're still biologically male. I have had so many people say to me after I started this transition and been in it for a while, say to them, I would have never known. Would have never known. That's a wonderful compliment, and I do appreciate it. It's just, yeah, it is. It's amazing. And I would know that I still want stuff to be done to help me look more feminine. But to know that when I have told somebody that hasn't known, they would have never guessed. Is just, yeah. We all know how that is. For us who are really trans and have gender dysphoria or gender identity disorder. It's that incongruence and all that other stuff that goes between the mind, the brain, and the body. And it's like, wait, what? It doesn't match. My brain and mind and body to my body does not match. Now it's starting to match. Anyway, these people are putting male rapists and child molesters in women's prison because they say they're trans. You're just as guilty as they are, in my belief. That's what I believe wholeheartedly. There's no excuse for it. None. You're putting a wolf in the sheep's den, the sheep's flock. Knowing what the probability is going to be. And then it has happened in more than one jail and in more than one prison. Where do the women's rights come in, even in jails and prisons? They don't deserve it. They really don't. They're doing their time for their crime, whatever it was. I don't know what it is, and it doesn't matter when it comes to this. It just does not matter. What matters is they're getting harmed from men who are not trans women. Keep them in male's prison. There's this thing, and there's also this thing called protective custody, which for people like this is bullcrap. It's a bunch of crap. They'll put them in protective custody. Happens all the time for other stuff. do the right thing and don't send somebody that's a man that's been convicted to get sentenced to go to jail in a women's prison who says they're trans and has not done it before. They're just saying it to be able to get into access to women and harm them. You all know this is a fact because it's happened and it's going to continue to happen if you keep this deranged crap up. Yes, I call it deranged because that's what these people are, these convicted offenders. And the people who allow them to go to women's jail saying that they're trans are deranged. You know what the risks are. You know what has happened. Stop. Period. This is a taxpayer. I'm sick and tired of us tax-paying citizens paying the jails and prisons for allowing men who are not trans into women's prisons and jails to rape them, sexually assault them. It's wrong. You're allowing a crime. You're just as responsible as the offender because you know it's going to happen. Okay. Next. This is definitely a repeater here that we're going to go through here now. Yeah. Trans women saying that they're biological women. We're saying they're the same as women. No, you're not the same as women. Because biology matters and biology is real. Okay? If you're born, it's been said by others before, if you're born with an X and a Y chromosome, you're born male. You're male. If you were born with two X's, you're a female. No ifs, ands, or buts, no matter what you do. That will always be true. 10 trillion% true. Whine, piss, moan, and complain all you want. It's not going to change the facts. If it's a trans woman, or a trans woman is biologically male. That's what I am. Biologically male, transitioning to female features and mannerisms and presenting. Trans man, biologically female. Medically transitioning to fit in as a male. Look like a male. Carry themselves as males in public and in private. This trans woman do it in private too. I'm in my own home right now. It's a private building, private place. Dressed with a nice butterfly t-shirt. There's a difference, a biological difference. It's fact. And I've heard these trans ideologists and brain rot asswads try to say biology doesn't matter. Well, if it didn't matter, then why the heck are you medically transitioning if it doesn't matter? It does matter. Because if it doesn't, you have no need to medically transition. Zero. Except for I'm going to give it a try. And if I don't like it, I can go back. No, you can't go back. Once you change, you're done. That's it. Can't go back. Period. Changes happen, they stay. Detransition, it start to detransition after medically detransitioning. And it depends on how far you go as to how far you can get back to where you were. It's not all going to come back. It's just the way it is. It's already been done. Can't change it all the way back. Whether male to female or female to male, if you have bottom SRS, sex or GRS, sex or gender reassignment surgery, it's not coming back. It is not going to come back. It doesn't grow back. It's gone and changed. It's gone and changed. It's permanent. No coming back from that. For those who have double mastectomies, guess what? They're not going to grow back. Not like they were. Just a simple fact. When you pass that stage of puberty, when a change happens, there's certain functions that won't happen. Yes, estrogen can help make them grow back a little bit. I would imagine. If it helps a male to female grow breasts, I don't see why it wouldn't work to some degree for trans men if they detransition. The full function of breastfeeding will be gone for good. No ifs, ands, or buts. I would imagine it's probably quite likely that getting implants would have to happen too. I would imagine. And I'm not sure if I'm wrong about that. Then, well, hey, let me know. It's not a biggie. Brain rot, the woke gender, whatever you want to call them, activists. You're out of your mind. and then we go to another one. Because certain trans women or biological men say that they're actually women, and they're wrong about that. I want to say they're lesbian. Wrong. Not a lesbian. Because you're a biological male transitioning to, I would hope you're transitioning to look female and present female, but you're not female. Or those who aren't and say I'm a lesbian just to get into their spaces and get a hold of lesbian women. Maybe there's some lesbian women that wouldn't that would date trans women. Maybe there might be. Can't say there's not. 100% not. I know it's still not a lesbian. Maybe a transbian. I think it was Buck Angel or somebody else. I can't remember exactly who coined the phrase transbian, which is a combination of transsexual or transgender with a lesbian. That could be acceptable. But you trans women are calling yourselves biological women. Sorry, you're not. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. I believe in the truth. Truth is biology matters. They go in and do a blood test, depending on what blood test it is. They're going to know. They are going to know. I said those XX chromosomes and those X for men or males and those XY chromosomes for women and girls, it's going to show up because it's in every single solitary cell, even your blood cells, each and every one of them. They do the bone thing, and they're going to know. Bone structure is thicker and a little bit different. Some other differences I can't think of right away because I'm not a doctor or a nurse. I have been an EMT before. I lost a lot of that because I haven't used it. I lost some of the knowledge, probably quite a lot of the knowledge. There's facts that just stick because we start learning this about what the differences are in junior high school, call it, or middle school. And we learned about those differences also in high school. It's called biology and science. Every single solitary wishful thinking can't beat it. Wish can't beat it and make it not true. That trans women are men transitioning their body to appear as a woman. Trans men medically transitioning their body to appear male as a man. And those of us who do that, whether it's trans women or trans men, we do it to live in the world as if we were women or men. We don't want to harm anyone. We just want to be perceived as the opposite, which helps alleviate some of our dysphoria. Doing the medical thing also helps alleviate some of that dysphoria. Okay. It's a few of us online that are doing YouTube things, and we know what the truth is. We know what the facts are. And the facts cannot be changed. Max, go lay down. You just can't. Sorry. But I'm not sorry. The sooner you accept that, the easier life is going to be for you. I've accepted it. It took a little bit of time. Can't change my chromosomes. Can't change my DNA. It's impossible right now. But I don't know. Maybe they can do something and make genetic whatever's mutations. But a trans woman is a biological male. Trans man is a biological female. No ifs, ands, or buts. Fact, you can't change it. Okay, let's see. What else am I going to want to talk about here? Oh, yeah. Did you know I'm pregnant? Wrong. I'm not. I can't get pregnant. Why? Like I said before, biological men and men who are medically transitioning to appear female, were not born with a uterus. That's a must. That is a must. Can't breastfeed either. Yes, you create breast liquid. That's about all it is breast liquid. It's no good for the child, the baby, the infant. Only biological women can do that. Only. As long as they haven't had the double mastectomy. And it's usually only when they're able to get pregnant and are pregnant that they start lactating. I'm talking about women, biological women. But if they've had a mastectomy, not going to happen. Maybe, if passing out too far, they might. Maybe it can happen. Maybe they can get pregnant. But it's going to take a lot of medical intervention, I think, believed to help. And what I don't get is there's nothing you do it. It's okay to do. I just don't get it. Why trans men, after starting their transition, want to have a baby, get pregnant, and carry a baby? I don't get it. And I guess if that's what you want, by all means. But hopefully the medical transition hasn't gone too far to where you can't do that. That's something you really wish you could want to do. All I know is some of this insanity and this brain rot has got to stop. Brain rot delusions. Delusional. Trans men saying they're trans just to get into one of the jails in prison. Holy snot locker. Trans women say that they're biological women. Yeah, okay, whatever. You're lying and you know you're lying. You just know you are. You know you are. Trans women cannot get pregnant. At least not now, anyway. I've heard of doctors researching uterine transplants for trans women. Maybe it'll be able to happen sometime. I don't know how well that's going to work. Because it's in the wrong body. It's in a male body. The female, biological female, was born. Her whole body is made to bear and deliver children. Males were not. There are things that are similar between the two, but not the same. Just not the same. Breasts or pectorals. Pectorals for men, their breasts or pectorals, they're referred to as pectoral muscles. They don't develop like a woman's once they start puberty. The buds start to develop, and then they start to develop milk sacs, for lack of not knowing exactly what the term is, to breastfeed children if that's what they want to do. Yeah, well, double mastectomy, guess what? Not happening. Gonna talk about sports. Trans women in sports. That's more brain rot. Trans women are not women. They do not belong in women's sports. Period. End of story. Get off your crap. Go see a therapist, a real one. Not this affirmation thing. Get a therapist, a real therapist. Get right, or try to get as close to right as you can. Because what's going on now is just wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Women need and girls need to be safe. There's enough idiots out there freaking harming women and girls already without anybody trying to say I'm trans and harm them. Whether it be in or out of sports. Probably do another live feed on trans women in sports again, bring up some stuff. I think I've got 2 in that series now. Trans women and women's sports. Sickening. Yahoo! I don't know, people. Says that gender dysphoria is a mental illness. Get mental health treatment for it as well as physical medical treatment for it. Testosterone's been reduced, estrogen is increased. So I can physically take on the appearance of a woman. Locker rooms. Inbred brain rot. Some of these people that are going into locker rooms, the shower areas, undressing in front of women and girls. And had nothing to have done down there for bottom surgery. That's assault. This wouldn't have been tolerated 5 to 10 years ago. The man would have been arrested for exposing himself in public. Because it's a public place. If you're in a gym and you're going to a shower, guess what? It's called public property. And you're in public. Shaving in the women's locker room. Holy shit. Trans women don't even go out like that without being shaved first if we need to. We aren't going to want to be looking like that. We just don't. I don't. It's sickening. It's just insane. The brain rot of people. I wish I could find it right now where there's a man in the women's restroom using the stall, standing up to go pee. And he thinks everybody else has the problem when I say, hey, no, you can't do this. You need to leave. He acts like everybody else is the problem, not him. These people need to be arrested. and be fined in thousands of dollars and put in jail for X amount of time for being a predator. Predators, now the first one is an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Second one is Danny Glover. Can't remember if there's more out or not. There's Aliens versus Predator. That movie's out with Sigourney Weaver. All I know is this brain rot crap has to stop. Women are getting hurt, seriously hurt by trans men in women's sports. Trans girls in school are getting hurt by trans boys who probably are not, I'm sure, are not doing it intentionally. I'm very, very sure. I'm hoping, I'm very, very positive that it's not happening, but my hope is that it's not happening. Women need to be respected in their private places. A woman would probably invite me into the locker room, take a shower with them, but I wouldn't. Not right now, as I am, no. And if they're wondering why, I would let them know. So I don't want them to be uncomfortable. If you're a trans woman, don't go out with makeup without being shaved. Especially if you're going to go to a gym and in the locker room. Put a real attempt on looking like a female, looking like a woman. I don't believe that medical transition is for kids. And that's for a different life feed. Phew. I don't know, people. My eyes are getting tired looking at the screen. But I enjoy spending time here with y'all whenever you come on, even if it's after I'm done. That's cool. So, yeah, we're almost. Almost at something o'clock. But yeah, we're almost at an hour for time. 38 and a half minutes, just over 38 and a half minutes. This crap needs to stop, people. Men saying that they're trans after they've been sentenced to go to jail to get into women's prison. Yo. Some of them might be telling the truth about it. There's a few people I know that already are. Oh, sorry, Max. Trans woman cannot be a lesbian. Have to biologically be a woman or a female from birth. Sports. Yeah. You know, long women have fought for their spaces. They've done a wonderful job. They really have. They don't deserve you being in their locker rooms. Happens if this continues to happen and you and your kids go there. Where are you going to go now? And if they close down, where are you going to go? Hmm? Keep it up. Because it's actually, I don't know, it's probably not legally, but I think it's kind of like telling somebody you're going to do something and not do it. I've accidentally done that a few times. It stinks. Makes it hard for friends to be friends. And I think that's all I'm going to talk about for today so far. Yeah, we're at 41, just over 41 minutes. All right, then, family. Remember you're important, you have worth, and you are valuable. No one told you they love you today. I love you. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks for watching.